Hi, my name is Rahijan, one of the lecturers for this course from School of Food Science and Technology, University Malaysia, Terengganu. Upon successful completion of this topic, you will be able to understand mathematics in baking, understand food safety in baking, identify bakery and pastry equipment and tools, identify and understand bakery and pastry ingredients. In precise, this video will cover mathematical aspects in baking involving the importance of standardized recipe or formulation, measurements in baking, baker's percentage, basic formula, and recipe conversion. Food safety in baking involving subtopic of types of hazard and introduction to HACCP system. Introduction to bakery and pastries equipment and tools commonly used in baking industry. Introduction to bakery and pastry ingredients such as flour, fat, sugar, liquids, leavening agents, and others. A standardized recipe or formula is a set of instructions describing the way a particular establishment prepares a particular item. Factors cannot be accounted for in writing recipes. Equipment varies from bake shop to bake shop. It is impossible to give exact instructions. Functions of standardized formula: they control quality, they control quantity. Bakers talk about formulas rather than recipes because of the scientific nature of the ingredient list and the accurate procedures. Many factors may affect the outcome of a recipe, including equipment. Process may vary. Measurements in baking. Weighing ingredient is more accurate than measuring volume. The baker's terms for weighing ingredient is scaling. Water, milk, and eggs may be measured by volume at the ratio of 1 liter per kilogram. Metric system should be used for accurate measurements in baking. There is one basic unit for each type of measurement. Gram is the basic unit of weight. Liter is the basic unit of volume. Meter is the basic unit of length. Degree Celsius is the basic unit of temperature. Baker percentage. A baker percentage is the amount of each ingredient used as a percentage of the amount of flour used. Flour is always 100%. Make it easy to see the ingredient ratios. Useful tools in developing new formulas. This is calculated by total weight of ingredient divided by total weight of flour times 100% equal to percentage of ingredient. Calculating the weight of an ingredient when the weight of the flour is known. Change the ingredient percentage to decimal form by moving the decimal points 2 places to the left. Multiply the weight of the flour by this decimal figure to get the weight of the ingredient. Basic formula and recipe conversion. New yield divided by old yield equal conversion factor. Multiply each ingredient by the conversion factor. Converting a formula to a new yield. Change the total percentage to decimal form by moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. Divide the desired yield by this decimal figure to get the weight of flour needed. If necessary, round off this number to the next highest figure. Use the weight of the flour and remaining ingredient percentages to calculate the weights of the other ingredients. Food safety in baking. Contamination contains harmful substances that were not originally present in the food. Hazard: any substance in the food that can cause illness or injury. Biological, chemical, physical. Biological hazard: microorganism, tiny, usually single-cell organism that can be seen only with a microscope. A microorganism that can cause disease is called a pathogen. Conditions needed for bacterial growth: food, moisture, temperature, acidity or alkalinity, oxygen, and time. Protection against bacteria. 3 basic principles of protecting foods against bacteria. Keep bacteria from spreading, stop bacteria from growing, kill bacteria. Other biological hazards: viruses, parasites, fungi, plant toxin, allergens. Chemical hazards. Chemical hazard there are antimony, cambium, cyanide, lead, copper, zinc. Physical hazard. Physical hazard is the contamination of food with objects that may not be toxic but may cause injury or discomfort. Examples of physical hazards are glasses, metal shavings, stones, insects, soil, hair. Cross-contamination. Transferring of hazardous substances, mainly microorganisms, to a food from another food or surface. The HACCP system, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point System, is an effective food safety system. Assesses hazards, identify critical control point, set up standards of limits for CCPs, set up procedures for monitoring CCPs, establish corrective action, set up a record-keeping system, verify that the systems are working. Bakery and pastries equipment and tools. Safety in using bakery and pastry equipment. Never use a piece of equipment until you are truly familiar with the operation and all its features. Study the operating manual supplied with each item. When purchasing a piece of equipment, look for models that have been tested and certified by recognized agencies. Large equipment. There are few categories of bakery equipment and tools. Mixers, vertical mixers, planetary mixers are the most common types used in baking. Vertical mixers have 3 main mixing attachments: paddle for general mixing, wire whip for beating and whipping, dough arm or dough hood for mixing and kneading yeast doughs. Dough handling equipment. Dough sheeter rolls out portion of dough into sheets of uniform thickness. Proofer is a special box in which the ideal conditions for fermenting yeast doughs can be created. Types of oven: deck oven, combi oven, convection oven, and conventional oven. Small equipment such as bowls, measuring utensils, baking mold, types of scrapers, and other tools. Now I'm going to continue for the topic 1, part 2. The topic is pastry and baking ingredient. Thank you.